You cold?
But damn, the fishing's good. I slip across that fence line, pole and mag light. Wear out them bass and crappie till the morning light. Illegal fishing. Illegal fishing. When them
Appreciation Society. And that's entertainment.
Hey, good morning, everybody. How's everybody doing this morning? Hey, Uncle Don, Annie Feed, another pretty girl thumbnail. Hey, that's the trend these days. I don't know. She looks better than I do. I know that. What can I say? Hey, what's going on, everybody? How's everybody doing this morning? Hey, on a finer note, hey, if you're going to Crappie Cat Con, y'all be safe and get careful out there on your travels. Don't speed to get there. It'll be there when you get there. Because it has rained. It's rained up that way, and the roads are wet. So please be careful, be safe, drive carefully. With that being said, hey, Brandon, good morning, good morning, good morning. Let's see here. I want to get this drop down in here right quick. All right, there we go. There we go. Backlash is going to slap everybody. That's not a good way to start the morning, buddy. Hey, good morning. Got my coffee. Next Tuesday, we will be having Topic Tuesday morning. Hey, Rhonda, Fishing for Whiskers. Good morning. Welcome in. And we will be talking about crappie fishing. I was supposed to went live this Tuesday on Topic Tuesday, and we're supposed to have discussions about crappie fishing, how to, how not to, and what to look for and everything. And but the weather was extremely beautiful Tuesday when I woke up, and I thought, I'm going fishing, and it paid off. I caught some good blues. Can't complain. I enjoyed the beautiful scenery, the beautiful day. It was peaceful, nice. Oh, it was beautiful. Oh, you getting everybody before they get you, huh? I don't think Abbott's in here, so you're safe. Everybody slaps me, so I'm only feeding. They said, get them for to get you, I guess. Hey, but there's a link up there at Uncle Don, Backlash. Y'all want to come up? Oh, coffee went down the wrong line. Either that or it was a touch warm going down. Hey, so what's everybody up to today? If you're traveling to CatCon, please be safe and be careful. If you're not, enjoy the day. I mean, it is a nice day to go fishing. A little muddy, but Abbott, there you go, Backlash with a rustic anchor. That reminds me, I need to get an anchor for my boat. Need to get a rope too. Mine broke last year when I back it in the water to try it out. I got it back, and I took it out that first time, tried it out. Backed that dude off in the water, had the rope on the trailer, and as the boat went out, snapped the rope, so I had to park it real quick and jump in the water over waist deep to grab the boat and swim it back to shore. I wished I was headed to CatCon and not at work. You're going, what, tomorrow, right? Hey, Mrs. Queen, Sunkissed. Welcome in. Glad I didn't go. Weather's crap here. Hey, I didn't go either. And please don't ask me why I didn't go, because I'm not going to lie to you. It's just a simple fact. Or I'll just say, let's just don't say. Hey, Darren Barrett, how you doing, buddy? Oi, oi. Yeah, Don's froze in. He ain't going nowhere. He likes to live in the tundra or something. I mean, just it's been warm here past few days. It's been high 60s, 70s. I think it's like a 66, 67 degrees right now, still going, climbing up. But we did get rain yesterday and morning, and we got rain again last night. Darren, ask me, Daz. I'm not going to lie to you, so I'm just going to say, not going to say. I'll talk about it. Anyway, not going to CatCon this year. Grandfather turns 96 on Saturday. Going to spend a weekend with him. What? Backlash, I thought you done had that planned and you was going, buddy. I brought the snow bunny back in my shorts. I brought the snow bunny back in my shorts. I brought the snow bunny back in my shorts. Oh, you watch short videos. Okay. I had to read that several times. I'd come up there and give you a whooping. Hey, there's Rocco. What's going on, Rocco? The Laugh Channel. I mean, especially Laugh Bug. What do you mean come up here and give me a whooping? Rocco, don't work too hard, buddy. Abbott. Rocco. Freezer bound. Laugh like weird time come into the chat. Snow bunny. Yeah. I had to read it several times to get it. Yeah, I had to change plans, unfortunately. Well, I hope they give you a refund back on your motel room. I'll save a lot. I'm not going to work at all. Go hide behind the corner where they got the boxes and chill out. Yeah, Backlash saved money, man. Coastal's going to go in there and buy on a fishing pole buying spree there. Abbott, I had to change my name to Snow Bunny at one point. Well, ain't nothing wrong with that. Snow Bunny's a cool name. Yes, he left be your time in the evening time. So, yeah, he should be there by now. Yeah, he should be there. Hey, there's Dale. He slips in the house. What's going on, Dale? Kevin Fishes. Hey, how's that shoulder doing, buddy? You about to get that thing healed up because skipjack season's right around the corner now. I need to go get me some. I'll start casting that for shad. I got some shad put up, but I need some skipjack. So get that shoulder healed up so we can go down there and catch some skipjack because it's coming. It's coming. Doing okay. Sitting in the doctor's office now for a follow-up. You get movement back in it again? I need to go have mine done. I got bad bone spurs on my shoulders, and man, it's painful. Hey, there's Mr. Youper. What's going on? Welcome in, everybody. You going to KC CatCon? Who you talking to, Uncle Don? Who you talking to? No, you ain't talking to me because I ain't going. Hey, there's Leon. What's going on, buddy? Good afternoon to all my UK family. Let's see, Mrs. Queen. So I said, ouch. What happened? Am I too loud? I'll keep it there. Anyone? I'm not going. Abbott, I think Abbott might go. I don't know. Oh, God wants to know if anybody's going to CatCon this weekend. Y'all shoot the thumbs up in the chat if you're going to CatCon this weekend. Me, I'm not going. I'm just chilling. Oh, talking about your shoulders. Yeah. I'm going to say it was about 8 years ago. I went and they diagnosed I got bone spurs on both shoulders. And they said it was all the younger years when I was lifting weights all the time. And just repetitive motions, and it's developed bone spurs in there. Hey, Regina. Hello, Regina. Make a little shout out. And so they give me shots in there and in my shoulders, and it didn't help none at all. And they said they were supposed to have surgeries on it, but I just haven't done it. And man, I'm telling you, sometimes I can't even get my arms up this high. I can't even get no higher than that right now. I mean, if I turn over like this right here, and say, hey, if I come straight up, I'm good. But if I try to go outside, that's it. I decide. I mean, I have to be moving around a good while, get them loose muscles warmed up, loosen up to get them raised for my head. I've been playing versatile fishing, so your videos have new meaning to me. Did y'all? Oh, thank you, Regina. Thank you. Hey, did y'all see the video I dropped about Dinko Blues? Y'all see how long I had to reel them dudes in? Man, they were way out there that deep hole. And I was like, and then I set the drag a little too loose and on the Thundercat, and man, it took a while to get that one in, and it wasn't but a 7 pound, 7 pound 1 ounce blue, and it took forever to get that fish in. It was way out there in that deep hole on the other side of that slough, and I'm gonna say it's probably 50, 60 yards to that other side, and I throw to where it's like 10 foot away from that bank, and boy, he hit that drag just took off, and he was running, and as soon as I set the hook, he stopped running, and it was just a dead pull all the way in. Look like they might mean more if I actually go fishing in real life. Hey, it's fun to fish. I mean, it's exciting. You're sitting there watching your pole move or your bass fishing, crop fishing, and you can feel that fish and through that rod, and it's an exciting feeling. Hey, RC, yay! Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. I want to say hello, 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 hello. Welcome in to all my Filipino family, and that's in the UK. Not UK. I'm sorry, Hong Kong. Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. I just seen Leon. DK popped in my mind. I was surprised that Russ catch that far. Hey man, I got that. Where's that? Where's that? Where's that? Right there. That 12-footer right there. Now that dude was slinging bait now. I mean, I don't have to throw it hard, then it goes out there. But I've got 65-pound braid on there. So if I had mono on there, it probably wouldn't go that far. Hey, Master, what's going on? No way. Hello, Rebecca. I miss fishing. Yeah, I'm going to try to do more fishing this year. Last year was just a busy year for me. Hey, Nets. Welcome in, Nets. And so I tried so hard to keep up with Skipjack, man. They just wasn't there in Kentucky, and it was a 3-hour drive to go to Tennessee to get them. And man, you just can't drive that 3-hour drive every single day to go over there. And you're only allowed 100 fish over there, 100 skipjack. And if you get caught with 200 of them driving back, you're going to get in trouble, even though you caught 100 the day before. Nets, I'm sorry to know that someone blocked your Facebook account. Why? What's that about? I missed something. Net says, good night, everyone. It's 11:13 p.m. I'll let it run to the end. Oh, Nets, thank you, thank you, thank you. You have a good night. As soon as my eye surgery is complete, I would do more live fishing. Yeah, you get all that done. You get all that taken care of, Abbott. And then you hunt me up. And I'm going to come up there. And me and you going to go on a live. We'll go on your live. Don't matter. We'll do your live. Because you'll probably get better signal than I will. We'll just have to wait and see. And we're going to have us a little catfish fish off together up there. Mainly just hang out, chat, talk, have fun. Did you get them eyes taken care of first, buddy? I still get Nets alerts on Facebook. Beverly. Hello, Beverly. Yep, because I won't have to get them eyes taken care of. Because I'm going to go up there and we're going to fish. I don't know where Sis Rose at. I have not seen Sis Rose in a couple of days, so I don't know where she's at. She's working a lot. I know that. She's got that little boy she also babysits. that she watches too. So she stays pretty much busy. Other than that, I don't know where Sis Rose is at. Ned says, "No way, Master. You fetch Sis Rose. Yeah, get her over here now. Get Sis Rose." Yeah, because I'm gonna make a thumbnail up. I'm gonna keep it in my photos. Me and Abbott go one on one, but get his eyes fixed up. He might be able to see a little better. And I'm gonna tell you, he probably whoop my butt. It'll be fun though. Need your help, eyes fixed, Abbott, before you take on Angelina and me. Uncle Don. Oh yeah, he needs to get them eyes fixed. Oh, that's right, Rustic. Don't have my sticker yet. Well, Abbott, did you ever send me your address so I can send you a sticker? I plan on coming fishing with you before it gets too hot. I'll bring you some. I don't have one of yours either. Nets, I don't know where she is. How can I ask her so Rustic Outdoors more close to her? Hey, I haven't seen where she was on. I mean, I can message her on Facebook and hey, where you at? I'm live, and she might answer, she might not. Not Nets. Thank you so much for coming and hanging out. We really appreciate it. Rustic, I do a lot of night fishing. Hey, we can do that too. We can fish all night long. I go home next day. Gerald Waters, I'll let it be uh let you call shots at your waters. What you want to do, fish size, small, what just fish count, don't matter. How many poles we're allowed to use. You just need to tell me what fishing license do I need? Do I need to get some Illinois fishing license or what? But we'll get your eyes fixed first. Then we'll deal with that. Anything. I want to welcome everybody in. I know it's going to be a busy day. A lot of people's driving at Crappie Cat Con. Again, be safe out there driving. No need to get there in a hurry. I mean, that place will be there when you get there. Don't hurt you or nobody else, please. You do need Illinois fishing license. Okay, I need to find out what whenever we get ready to do that, I need to find out what a temporary license just costs for that day or something. Hey, Brandon said I'm actually getting set up to start fishing. All right, about time, man. We enjoy your lives. Uh, get out there and get her done. But your water's got to warm up a little bit, I imagine. That's when the skunks are out of it. Yeah, at nighttime. First night we aired Friday Night Bites, I was sitting there and it's on there, and I was down the boat ramp, sitting on the boat ramp, rods off to the side on the rocks, and I had my old fishing van sideways on the boat ramp to try to block off some of the little breeze that was blowing out there. Uh, and man, a skunk come walking on the other side of the old fishing van across the boat ramp, and it was poking. Well, he didn't see me sitting there, but he heard me, but he would come over there. Don R. Skunks were my pets. That's how you win on that 1 versus 1. You got to, oh, say hello to my little friend. Get a spray gun going. I can't believe Uncle Don ain't gonna come up on the panel and talk this morning. Or Abbott. If I missed anybody that came in, I'm sorry. I apologize. Say hi to you. Yep, I'm gonna let Abbott call the shots on that one. His waters, how many poles, what kind of bait, and we'll go up there and see what what we can get done that day. Hey, Soul Flow, what's up, y'all? What's up? What's up? Welcome in, Soul Flow. Yep. So next Tuesday, because I put fishing this Tuesday and I rescheduled my topic Tuesday in the mornings because there's other shows on at night. So I put it in the mornings for topic Tuesday, and I like to get that out there for a morning chat thing, and where we show various different topics on all matters of anything outdoors. And I would like, hey, down east, good morning or good afternoon to you. And it's no live stream where I'm at. Signal isn't that good. Yeah, I understand that. That's why I shoot a lot of videos on it, river, because I don't get over there. It's AT&T country. It's not Verizon country. I had 2 tackle boxes of crappie tackle. Cool. Abbott, we expect you to come up on the show for Topic Tuesday this coming Tuesday morning, because it will be about crappie, because crappie season is coming up. We know you can catch crappie. Hey, MLW Fishing Man, good morning, welcome in. Like I said, you can't catch crappie year round, but when that spawn comes on, that's when it just gets hot, man. And the water just turns to fireball and slabs. If you can get on, and a lot of people use different techniques for that crappie fishing, and it's something different. Get away from catfishing for a little bit, get on something else, and get that out there. This crappie, man, there's a lot of people in here in this communities, all walks of communities in YouTube that crappie fish. Youper, how you doing, Youper? Hope all is well. Yep, we're gonna try something different. I just felt like going live this morning, so I made a thumbnail up, and just stopped in to show some love, just doing some inventory on the new shop. You got a new shop down east? I appreciate it, buddy. Hey, morning, Dallas. What are you gonna put out in your shop stuff? Y'all go to Real Time Catfishing, Miss John, Miss Dana. They had a good live driving the CatCon this morning. It was funny. 4,500 square foot tackle shop. Hey, you just gonna put hey, Jeremy Albrecht. You gonna just have the ocean tackle, sea tackle, stuff like that, not freshwater. Yeah, doing saltwater stuff. Yep. That's awesome, man. You make some good gear. I need to get your website up, get me some more of that, get me a couple more of them rigs for see if I can buy them to that high-low rigs. I'm down to one. I really like it. In case y'all don't know it, I'm down these tackle too. That saltwater rig setups, man. They also work on them big freshwater catfish. So y'all may need to go check him, eat him up. I asked you if you want me to send a package down. Oh yeah. Go ahead. I'll the bait shops are already starting to call me, getting their orders in for the skipjack stuff like that. Oh, I never got an email. I thought it was on live or something that day. Mo Dog, just early morning. Hello. I seen where you was live, Mo Dog, and a lot of people. You was doing a lot of stuff on there, and I'll get there and then I start watching. I'll finish watching it and get you shared out, bud. Oh, I've been keeping pretty good. Yesterday, cleaned the house, mopped, swept, done dishes, laundry, all that good stuff. Got all that done for the week. Today, I'm just doing nothing. Down east, I'll send you an email. I'll send a big box down and give you 30% of what you offload. Oh, I sure will. Because yeah, like I said, they've been already contacted me, leave me. Hey, Uncle Don.
Good morning, sir.
Morning. Yeah, they've been already contacting me, putting their orders in, what they're wanting and stuff, and how much, and kind of packages they want. Marco Harold and one arm Pooh Bear. Bates. Good morning. Catfish are still not biting my line around here and going against night trying to catch bullheads. Hey, bullheads are fun to catch. You got to watch their fins because they're bad about feeding you bad. Email me your address again, Dave. Okay, I will. Yeah, we skipjack season start to come up. So if anybody out there is Ash, you tell them I don't sell skipjack. I don't sell skipjack. I was told the other day that even though I've got my commercials, my state license, I was told that I was illegally selling skipjack. I'm like, are you illegal? Hey man, I got some skipjack for
Good
sale.
morning, Leon.
Couple bucks, yeah. How the hell do you illegally sell skipjack? But yeah, I was told I was bank fishing the other day and I had a fisherman ask me questions about how to start selling bait fish, and I told him what he had to do, and I told him the stuff that I had, and he said, He said, yeah, I was told by a fisherman that there's a couple that lives in Risco that's illegally selling bait fish, skipjack. And I'm like, what's up with that crap?
Do you have to have a vendor license or just a commercial?
You got to have commercial license and you got to have a state ID number, and I have both. So with my state ID numbers, because I don't sell out of state. I sell so I can use my
vendor's license, and
I sell to one place in Arkansas, and but I can use my state ID number for there.
I see.
I always cross my T's and dot my I's, man, because I don't want to be illegal. I don't want to get in trouble. I want to make money. I don't want to have to spend it on fines.
Yeah, it's surely not worth it.
But yeah, Don Hart put a brick wall up in his garage. Yeah, he did, didn't he? Yeah, it kind of. Okay, Brandon, you have a great day, buddy. Can't wait to see you get out there and get fishing. Yeah, it was kind of disappointing when I was sitting there minding my own business fishing, and somebody just walks up, said they seen my van up there, and asked me what that stood for. And I told him, I said I got a YouTube channel. That's the name of my YouTube channel. And he goes, oh. And he started asking me these questions, and I kept wondering why he was asking me these questions. Just some guy about how does he go about selling bait fish, and I was telling him and stuff. And it blew my mind when he just come out and told me. He said, well, yeah, I talked to a guy who's catfishing and asked him. And he said, yeah, there's a couple in Briscoe, Missouri that's selling it illegally. I'm like, how the hell do you sell bait fish illegally? I mean, when you've got all the paperwork.
Yeah, there's a lot of people that think they know the rules, but the rules they know are just rumors.
No, it's just a lot of people that or how do you put it, are this way when they're in front of everybody. When they get away from that group of people, they're this way. You know what I mean?
I didn't see that, Mad Dog. That's quite the catch.
Did you see that 7-pound, 10-ounce bass I caught, Rusty? When did you catch that? I seen you caught a big one. It was big too. That joker was almost big as that one sitting right up there. That's a good sized bass that I seen. I gotta get caught up on watching my videos. I've been watching, trying to catch up with everybody's videos and stuff, and I'm behind.
I was watering my plants, and I'm wearing
I
as
thought
much.
you had a heat wave going on. I thought you was sweating.
No, it's not sweating up here. I had to put my heat on my plants. I got them in the window, but there's so much cold air coming in. I figured I better.
Oh no, Mo Dog, that's fine, bud. You ain't spend my life. I mean, if you you're blue, man. Go over there, copy it, and post it in here. You know, everybody needs to see, because on one of my Topic Tuesdays, it's going to be about bass fishing. So
We ain't
y'all
got
watch
much
out.
for we ain't got much for largemouth up here. It's too cold, but the
Hey, Steven.
smallmouth fishing is really good. And
Yeah. Oh, no, we're going to have a Crappie Tuesday. Topic Tuesday is going to be about crappie, and then on the next one, it'll probably be about bass fishing. And
good morning,
we'll
Steve.
have one on bait fishing and stuff like that. Because like 351, on 351, hey, he
Oh, there
loves
he is.
crappie fish.
351 Ford man.
Hey, look at there, 351's in the hose.
Well, the way things are going right now, I think if I went out fishing, I'd have to get an extension for my ice auger, because we
Yeah.
were over 30 some inches, and
God, getting that deep, huh?
with
Ooh.
with the wind, it's still 28 below today.
Hey, backwoods, boy, small engines, welcome in, welcome in. Yeah, y'all go check that out. Mo Dog dropped that video on there. Cause see, I really, if you're a mod on my channel, I really appreciate if y'all don't drop somebody's link, or your link to your channel. I would rather for you to go over there and pick out a video and drop it in here. That way, when they click on it, they can watch the video and stuff like that. Because normally, when you drop a link, they'll just go over there and you know, they go over there and they look. Either they won't say nothing, or they won't subscribe, or stuff like that. They'll just look, or they just subscribe and leave. They won't leave a comment on your video or like that. But if you drop a video, it helps out your algorithms and all that stuff, because somebody's watching one of your videos.
Well, I took the plunge last night. I ordered me one of those electronic power stations from Jackery. So I shouldn't have to worry about carrying any other batteries or anything with me anymore.
Yep.
So I got some plans for my boat. I'm gonna
What'd that run you?
right about 1,000.
Good Lord.
Well, I got it for a lot of different reasons, though. It'll run my smoker.
It's going to be $1,000 for a power source like that. It better power my house.
It will. It'll power refrigerators, but I can hook it up, and if I'm primitive camping, I can hook it up to my smoker, and it'll run my smoker for long enough to smoke something 10, 12 hours probably.
Yeah.
And so I was going to put it on my boat so that I have a way I can, when it's chilly out, I like to have something warm to eat. So I'll be able to run hot plates and stuff from it.
Yeah.
But I'd like to get one of those diesel heaters and install it on my boat so I can have it blowing on my chair and keep warm. Even in summer, when that sun goes down, temperature drops like a rock.
Yeah, Stephen, the Sheets, that's Uncle Don R right there, Don R.
Yeah, that's me. You've been around for a long time. I've been saying hi to you.
Yeah. Ain't seen him in a while though. It's good to see him back on there.
Yeah, been gone for a little while.
One of my goals, see, I don't have a fish finder on my boat. I can't afford one right now. But one of my main goals is since I fish in the Mississippi River, I need a 100-pound thrust trolling motor. And spotlight would be great. So I've been trying to, hey, Vandal, welcome in. So I've been trying to save up my dimes, quarters, nickels, pennies, whatever, to save my money to get one. Because them things are over $1,000. I'm like, good lot. Hey, Paul Boyd, good morning.
Yeah, this power station, it'll put out enough to probably run my trolling motor.
Yeah, it's been a while, Vandal. Yeah, so I'm kind of torn, but I got a trolling motor on there, but it's not. It's good for crappie fishing, for trolling, but it's not good for that Mississippi River and a little bit of current. So I'm kind of torn between: do I want to save up for a good trolling motor to put on there, or get me a good fish finder? And which the fish finder is $250, and I want. It's got a pretty good size screen on it. It's got the down imaging, and the depth and the water temperature and all stuff like that on there.
Hey, Crappie, John.
Hey, 922, Lloyd. Hey, Mr. John Hobbs. Yeah, so it's only $250. So I'm probably buying it first.
Well, my guess, my suggestion would be if you have a Minn Kota trolling motor, the Minn Kota and Humminbird are the same company now. Huh. And there's some features on these trolling motors that if you have like a Lowrance, those features aren't available to you. And one of them I hope to use this year is you can set it up to follow contours. And that way, if I set it up to stay in 10 feet of water, it'll pretty much stay right along the 10-foot area, and then I can fish and not have to keep watching the graph all the time.
922 said, heard someone talking in my language. Yeah, Bodog, I want to get one with spotlight, especially for that Mississippi River. I don't expect to get out into the main channel with an extremely high current, but there is still a lot of undertow and current right on the edge of a mouth of a tributary down through there. So I want to sit right on that edge. If I can't get the anchors to hold, at least I can put the spot lock on and hold me in place that I can throw out and let them sit right there.
Yeah. Yeah, the anchors aren't foolproof. Sometimes if the water's choppy and stuff, you just can't get them to hold where you want to be.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like I said, I got one on there. It's a motor guide, I guess. I looked, but I think it's on like a 46-pound thrust because I got it just for trolling for profit, and because I didn't want one that was going to give me any kind of high speed. So I want to keep it low speed and enough to keep me pointing the right direction that I need to go. But for that Mississippi River, the only thing it can do is keep me turned. Because if the current gets it, it don't matter if it's on high or not, it's pushing you backwards.
Would somebody mind dropping my link for Steve? Because if you try to find it, it's really difficult for some reason. But yeah, you get out there, you get your anchor all set, and then somebody buzzes you, and the weight comes by, and the bow lifts that anchor up, and then you drift a little bit, and you keep doing it. And then if you get in deeper water, pretty soon it's just hanging there.
Yeah.
Thank you, Modog. And all of a sudden you're looking around, and it's like, well, crap, I'm drifting way off where I want to be.
Yeah. John said, yep, they use those systems for following contours with downriggers.
Yeah, we do fall. We do a lot of salmon fishing, and we got a pretty good break. And if you follow right along that break,
thanks, Modog.
You're going to get the salmon.
Yeah.
And
I know it's Double Jake is in the house. Good morning. 922 said Be right back. It's work. Okay. By the time I get this boat set up the way I want it, I'll probably wind up trading it for a pontoon.
Thanks, Mark. Yeah, I like my pontoon.
Good deal, Mark. Yeah, so I'll probably wind up trading it for a pontoon.
Yeah, these little diesel heaters, they're less than $150, and they put out
Y'all.
8 kW heat, which is
Dog, yes, yep. It's okay to drop a link. Like I said, if they got a video or you got a video, I'd rather have y'all drop their videos. It helps them out and it also helps you out too. So, because if you drop,
Rustic, I got to run and get a cup of coffee.
all right, buddy. Yeah, because if you just drop their link in there, they go over to the page. They'll just look like it right there, and then sometimes they'll pull up a video and look at it. Sometimes they don't. They'll just hit the like on it, come right back. Don't even watch it, so it don't help you out. But if you drop one of their videos and when they click on it, it automatically goes to that video, and it helps with the algorithm and stuff on yours and theirs. I learned that from a person who actually works at YouTube. I was in one of their lives, and man, it's like, wow, you make a lot of good points there. But yeah, on back to topic Tuesdays. Yep, this coming Tuesday is going to be crappie. The following after that will probably be about bass. Then we're going to have topics on trolling motors and camping, hunting, whatever. You know, we're just going to do some topics on it. And if y'all have a particular topic that y'all want to try to discuss or something like that, you can message me on Facebook under Rustic Outdoors, or you can email me at outdoorsrustic@gmail.com. And, you know, and I'll look it up, do the research on the stuff, and then we'll have a topics on that. Let's see. John Hobbs said, yes, Chinook salmon like the bottom sometimes run the downriggers 2 foot from hanging up. Wow. Well, dang it. Maybe just woke up. Okay, Bulldog. You talk about downriggers, the ones, the bass guys that got all hang off back behind the boat. They look like praying mantis arms. Leon. And I seen one bent up, and I asked the guy, I said, man, how did they get bent up like that? He goes, well, I was fishing, had it down. A big old wind come up, it caught a stump, and the wind was blowing so hard that it blew the boat. It was blowing the boat till it just bent it. Wow, that wind must have got it pretty good. I like to let down his stump. You know?
All right, I'm back, sort of.
My downriggers consist of throwing anchor out. Hey, Drunken Chef, good morning. Johnny Small Pepper.
Lordy's, Johnny Small Pepper, good morning.
Appreciate that, Johnny. Busy on phone calls, missed the last 20 minutes, got my review in 15 minutes. Hopefully I'll still be employed in 20 minutes. Anything's possible. His name fits him right there on that comment.
Well, Johnny, I got my pepper plants planted. The ones I picked up from Jimmy off your live.
What? Sound like you're eating something. What do you eat? You hiding it from us.
Breakfast.
You think we're gonna come over and hoard in on breakfast time?
Yeah.
We
I don't know why. I'm normally not hungry in the morning, but this morning I'm hungry.
I don't hardly ever eat in the morning, ever. I mean, I have to be not eat as much at night not a big supper, and it's a rarity, man, that I eat in the mornings. Most time I don't eat till lunch, and I eat a sandwich, and then I'll eat a good supper. But as you can tell, I ain't missed that many meals.
Yeah, I don't eat right either, but since they worked on my esophagus, I'm just hungry all the time now.
Hmm.
But I got to go back April 24th to get another surgery done on it.
Wow. Don't you get tired of surgeries? I do, man.
Oh, I've had so many that I get days when I don't want to deal with it.
Man, I look like my abdomen and my back. I look like the Terminator's grabbed me. Just
Yeah.
that scar goes all the way up my front and my back too.
Yeah, I went to count up all the surgeries the other day and I lost track. But when I go in the doctor, I don't complain anymore because I just tired of it. I wait till the summer's passed into the fall. I can't fish anymore. Then I go to try to get everything fixed in the winter months.
Yeah, I know we was bunch of us, man, was real bad worried about you there for a while. You got bad, and I was like, man, we worried about you, and we're so glad it got better and come back.
I didn't know how bad off I was till I got back from, and the doctor said that he really never expected me to make it back or make it to Christmas because very few people will get that far gone and still be able to make it back.
You tell him, so, well, Doc, that's why I'm here for. I said, because I'm not done fishing yet. I still got fishing to do.
I think this year is going to be a great year for me.
Yep. I believe it's going to be too. Yep. Topic Tuesday, I think is scheduled for 8 a.m. Tuesday morning. Hand me down. What's going on? Hand me down. Good morning. Yeah, so sorry that it didn't air this Tuesday, but the weather was so beautiful I had to go fishing. I couldn't resist.
I don't blame you.
And I did not take an ounce of bait with me. I went over at the cast net and I caught a few shad, yellow threadfin shad, and I caught about a 12, 13-inch gizzard shad and about a 2-pound carp, which I cut a couple sections out of the carp, and I never got a bite on it, so I just throwed it over in the woods, let the raccoons and stuff like that have it. And so the shad I got one bite on the gizzard shad, and it was a bloody piece too, man. And I just got one bite. I figured a small channel cat and just wouldn't take it. And so I used a little threadfin shad, boy, and I caught some catfish on that. They'd hit that, boy, and they would take that pole and say, whoa.
You know what, the carp, you get one of those little billy clubs and you take and don't beat it to mush, but you beat it up and down the carp on both sides and it breaks the blood up and it soaks into the meat. And then it makes real good bait.
Yeah. Well, I found this this ice cream scoop, and the little thing that goes inside the scoop, I took that out and I took one side of the scoop, man, I took a file to it. Took a grinder to it first, and I took a file and I edged it. And so whenever I scale that carp, when I use it, I went and I could take it and just saw a little bit through the skin and scoop a chunk out of it where the meat's at. And then I can take it out of there and put that chunk on there and get it out there. 922 said that was wrong. My day went to crap because you weren't on. Oh yeah, those were aggressive bites by them blues, and I'm still searching for the Dinko monster. And because I've always said it, and I know they're in there. I know they're in there. I've seen them come out of there, and so I'm just trying to get one of my own out of there. Rustic wouldn't more oily fish work better, more scent in the water. Yeah, like skipjack's real oily. You'd be surprised the Asian carp that's not non-native to our waters or invasive, that those things are real bad oily too. I mean, when you first cut them into them and you put on a hook, we're pretty oily. You throw it out there. Now, after a while, it sets. I mean, it's not as oily; it just turns like the white meat because all the blood and stuff. So I recommend if you fish for carp, you need to change that out. Put fresh carp on there every so often.
Here, not so much because seems like if it's not native to our waters, they have.
Oh yeah, they're in there. I'll give the devil his due. He caught a 62-pounder out there, and there's bigger ones out there. And I know somebody that was going to lie between me, him, or Possum Outdoors was eventually going to catch one out of there. And it just so happens that Lucky Danny caught one. But it was a good 62-pounder. Man, it was a good one. And he fought the winds out there that sit out there and catch that dude. And I wouldn't have fought the winds like that. I just don't care to sit there and be wind blown all day long. Here we use scents and injectors to put scent in meat. I do too. I got to get me a new turkey, what they call a turkey injector for the juices, because it works great for skipjack that I use. Because I'll use a chunk of skipjack, and if it's on it for a while, I come back and it's white and all the blood's come out of. I got some skipjack that I grind up in my blender, and it gets real juicy. Then I'll take and let it sit for about a day or two, and then I'll take and sip the bones out of it, and it's nothing but the juice, and then I'll take an injector and push it in that meat, and man, it gives that fresh scent back up in there. Oh, it's good to go. I also do that. I put that in the chicken breast that I use, the chicken, and but if you want a bad of the bone bake, get you a big old chunk of Asian carp and inject some skipjack, that juice, blood, and all that stuff from the skipjack up in there. You talk about a bad bait. That's a bad bait.
I'd like to try the Asian carp up here, but we don't have any up here. But I have some old squid that I didn't eat last year.
Remind me to never let Rusty make me a smoothie. I'm sorry, I'm glad I had to read that. We don't use that blender, but nothing for the one when I blend up, chop up skipjack. But if you want a good, like most people, they'll take and chub the water. You get you a blender, throw a couple skipjack in there, and throw a good old handful of shad in there, and blend all that up. Just chunk it, pour the juices off of it, and just throw it out there in the water upstream. Let it come down, soak down the bottom. Oh, it will bring in the catfish, sure.
Good morning, Webb.
Maybe Asian fish sauce will work. I don't know. You ever tried squid with Oregon Select? No, never tried that. I fished with squid while I was down in South Carolina. Never got a bite on it. Procure makes good sense for injecting. Yep, Procure. Yep. I think
The Asian fish sauce really doesn't have all that much fish in it.
I would let Rusty make me a drink. Hey, Weave Station. Welcome in, welcome in. You're new to the channel, appreciate it. But yeah, I got a different blender that we use for smoothies and stuff like that in the house, and the other one I just keep out in the shed. That's the only one I use for cutting up their baits and stuff, and which I haven't done a lot of. I need to get back to doing it again. I got 2 5-gallon buckets full that been sitting out there for 2 years making stink bait. So for catfish, and it consists of nothing but skipjack and yellow threadfin shad, blend it up, throw it in there with a bunch of peanut butter and some flour to give it the thickness, and some other oils that I won't say what they are.
I want to start and do something like that this year.
Well, I tried to make some out of soybeans. I ground them up into real fine chunks and powder, and I put them out there, and I add a little bit of oils and a little bit of water to it to get them swell up. And man, I'll tell you what, that stuff sat out there in that building where it's hot, and it swelled up so much it blew the tops off, and I had soybean junk everywhere. Any fish, if you trust Rustic to make you Kool-Aid, then you any fish. If you trust Rustic to make you Kool-Aid, then good luck with that. You're the only one I'd serve that to.
Rustic, I wonder if you used cornmeal instead of flour, if that would work any better.
Well, I've got one that I've got just regular flour. You don't want to use self-rising flour because that stuff will. If you put it in a bucket lid on it, you set it out there in the building, it's hot. I mean, it will blow that lid off top there. You have to use regular flour, just enough to thicken it up. That's it. But yeah, I have regular fine cornmeal in, and it seems to be pretty good. I mean, I can take lids off, but man, it stinks.
Yeah, Lloydies, the squid I heard works real good if you're fishing over mussel beds or something. Kind of imitates the color of the mussels.
Yep.
But I hate to feed it to the fish. I'd rather eat it.
Yeah, Lloyd's does a video on that stuff. Hold on, I'm getting a call. I'll be right back.
Good morning, Jimmy. Avid should be back shortly. Yeah, I'm hoping this year is going to be a good year. I want to try a lot of stuff, get out more often than I did the last couple of years because of my health. But this year, I got 3 physical therapies left to do, and that's helped a lot. I had to learn how to relearn how to walk because from so much weight loss, I was staggering all over the place.
Hey, Jimmy. Hey, Uncle Don, keep them entertained. I got to run out to the old fishing van and get something out. I got somebody coming here to pick up something.
Okie dokie, sir.
I'll be right back.
We'll count on it.
Hey, I see what Abbott put in there, so I'll say this before I leave. Abbott, how do you think I catch all this skipjack?
Get that smell going out through your system onto your hands, so when you bait up, everything smells fishy. So, Avid, how many fish have you caught this year? I'm wondering how far behind I am. Yeah, Lloydies, that's true. And at my age, the doctors just don't want to seem to leave me alone long enough to go fishing. But I'm just in the middle of doing follow-ups now, so I'm hoping by the time the ice gets out of here in June, it's going to take a long time to melt that ice and get it flowing. But everybody below us that complained about low water, they'll probably be complaining about high water this year. We've been running our river pretty low up here last 2 years already. Once they get the lake filled up or starts filling up, they'll start flowing heavier. Then I got to find all new fishing spots. Yeah, I've tried artificial bait for fishing, and I do it for a little while and I can't stand it. I go back to some type of cut bait or live bait. I was exaggerating a little, John, but I don't know. It's going to be late before the ice is out. I'm not sure that it'll all be gone by April. Yeah, Lloydies, that's what I'm doing. I got so much improvement. I'm excited. I can actually step up on the hitch and get in the boat now. Before, I never had the strength in my legs or my arms to even pull myself up on the hitch to get into the boat. So I carried a little stool around. Now I get on the hitch and I was so wobbly, I was worried about falling off. One of the tournaments last year, I ended up reached down, unhooked the boat from the trailer, and just kept going forward and fell in head first.
Hey, Nitro. Good morning. Welcome in. Yeah, I had a giveaway here the other day, and the person's come by and picking up a fishing pole, so I had to go get it out of the old fishing van. I had it locked up.
Yeah, he wouldn't give it to me.
Well, I didn't put it out there that I was having a giveaway.
I missed it. I don't know why.
Because I didn't put it out there.
Yeah. Well, I usually watch for you and try to catch you every time. But sometimes my notifications are lagging half hour to an hour late, and I go there and it's already over and done with
Yeah,
on all the channels.
it was on one of my lives. I announced it. I said I'm having right now at this point right now. Boom.
That's the way to do it.
And because the people that was in there, and a guy won it, and he's gonna come by and pick it up.
Well, good. Saves you shipping.
Well, he's a subscriber to my channel. He don't have no content like it there. He just subscribed to my channel, and he don't live too far, and he's coming through here. So because that's why I had muted myself a while ago. My wife called and told me that he's gonna come by here. I watched lots of people getting ready and driving to CatCon this morning. Yeah, a lot of people is headed up there. I was on real time catfishing with Mr. John and Dana Parker, and enjoying that ride. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, he'd make the ride short. He'd definitely
See,
character.
every now and then I'll do for the people that's in there on my live right then. I might do a giveaway, because to me, when you have a big and huge announcement for a week ahead of time that you got to give away for something up like it. Hey, BKM, good morning.
Good morning, Mustang.
All right, Lloydies, thank you for coming in, buddy. You take care. And because if you advertise it, you'll have people that come in that never comes into your channel on your lives or support you. You'll have all of them come in there and try to get free stuff. And to me, that's not right. I mean, it does help give you watch hours because, well, some of them will give you watch hours. Some of them, they got like 2 or 3 things running and they only check your live to see what the next giveaway is or if they've won.
Yeah.
I'm not about all that. You know, if I'm going to do a giveaway, I'm going to have it with the people that's in there that supports me, that comes in and is there.
Yeah, Serena had hers last night, and There were a lot of people in there, but a lot of them you probably won't hear from again either.
Trying to get your V8 fixed. Morning, I'm on my computer trying to get my V8 fixed. You drinking a V8 or are you trying to get a motor fixed?
Must be a V8.
Yeah, he's got a bad Mustang. It's fast. Good looking Mustang.
Well, you'd have to
That's all
talk
I'm
to
confused.
351, the Ford man.
So I'm still confused. Either he's trying to drink a V8 to get started in the mornings, or he's trying to get his motor fixed. V8 sound.
Yeah, these people that put them loud
Okay.
pipes on these rice burners is just cracks me up.
Cracks me up. Yep.
Actually kind of annoys me. If it ain't a V8, don't put pipes on it.
We lived over there in Tennessee. We lived over in Ripley, Tennessee, and so I took the levee all the way around to the backside of Dyersburg, and I get up on that levee, go home after work, and there'll be some out there with their crotch rockets doing wheelies, all kinds of stupid stuff, standing on it, stuff like that. And I'm sitting there thinking, man, all the people that's got killed trying that stuff, and you're wanting to try it too because you think it looks cool. And as I'm driving down through there, I slow down for them. Then they come riding by me doing a handstand, doing a wheelie or something. I'm like, it's crazy, man. Yeah, I know what you're talking about, BKM. I usually working or fall asleep and I miss the giveaway, so I don't sweat the small stuff. Nah, I don't either.
I don't either. I don't chase giveaways either. I watch a lot of Serena's stuff, so I just happen to.
Well, a lot of
lay
them
in
have
there.
giveaways just to bring in a large crowd, and I can understand that. And they're trying to show their appreciation. But I want to show my appreciation for people that actually come in and help support my channel because I support a lot of channels, and I don't ask for nothing in return. But you know, if I see if I'm on 2 or 3 lives or something, if I'm doing hosted 2 or 3 lives or something like that, and I notice the same people's in there supporting me stuff, I'll throw a surprise giveaway on there.
Yeah.
Because if you do more than one, you might get away with 2, but if you do more than 2, the word's gonna get out that hey, Rustic's having giveaways on his live, and you'll have a ton of people all of a sudden pour in. It's like, where we go at 2 hours ago?
Yeah.
Hey, Connor.
Hey, Connor, how you doing? Did you catch any fish yesterday?
922 said I'm more mad I missed the show.
Yeah, I always enjoy your show, Rusty. I try to catch every one I can.
Yeah, I think I've only missed one of your coffee Sundays just because I went fishing that Sunday.
Yeah.
I think it was last Sunday because either I'll come in there and chat or I'll come in there and just watch, sit back, drink coffee, and enjoy it.
Well, good. I appreciate it. Bad time for me is afternoons. That's when all my doctor's appointments are. I tell them make it in the afternoon because I'm going to have my coffee and stuff in the morning, and
Yeah.
takes a while to get this V10 revved up.
This B10.
Not Ford either.
Connor said no fish caught.
I like his rod holder though. That'd work out great for me in a couple places I go.
So Connor, you ain't fishing today? You ain't going fishing? Try it again. Been a few times I went out fishing and I have caught nothing, but I still enjoyed, had fun for the day. Because if y'all noticed that I'm dropping videos of fishing, but I'm not dropping no lives while I'm fishing.
Yeah.
It seems like everybody likes the videos that better than they have my live. So
Well, I like the live so I can give you a hard time.
Yeah, that's cool. I mean, I don't sit in front of the camera, so I guess they're quite boring. But I like for everybody to see what I'm looking at. It's like to me, it make you feel like you're there, and you're just sitting there looking, watching the rods and seeing stuff.
Yeah, I
Like,
don't know how to do that Premiere stuff where you shoot your video and then you
yeah, I got to
play
learn
it,
that too.
play it and then you go and chat and you can chat with the people as you or talk while you're replaying it. I think that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I need to set one up like that too.
But
I don't know how to do it.
there's a lot I don't know.
Oh, I'm still learning. I mean, you'll never stop learning on it. There's always something different.
CFM's supposed to be putting together a intro for me for my videos.
Oh, that's cool.
I had one I liked, but then somebody pointed out that catfish was spelled wrong. And I couldn't figure out how to break it apart to fix the spellings. But I still use it once in a while. People won't notice.
No, I guess I've never noticed it.
But I'd like to get
If y'all are in here and you're new to the channel, y'all make sure you Sunday mornings you want to check out and subscribe to Uncle Don here, Don R, because he has Sunday morning coffee chit chat, and it's usually called Sunday with Don, or how do you put it?
Sunday morning coffee, I think, usually.
Yeah, I made him one, but I don't think he's learned how to put it on there yet.
I don't know how to get it out there when I have it planned.
See, I think I sent it to you in a messenger. All you have to do is click on the picture,
Mhm.
and you'll be able to download it off that to your photo gallery. And then when you go over to make a thumbnail and it asks for a thumbnail, you should be able to click on that and it'll say custom or browse. So you want to hit the browse and then it should pop up right there. And you just click on that and make sure it sticks.
I'll have to go back and spend some time and figure that out.
I mean, I hope you like it. I mean, if there's something you want changed on it, just let me know.
Yeah, I really like it. That's my favorite one. That and because it came from you.
No. But yeah, y'all go check him out Sunday mornings. What time do you usually go on? About 8?
9 o'clock Central Time, yeah.
9 o'clock Central Time. There you go. And yeah, you got a lot of cool people, awesome people going there and hang out from all over.
Dibbin, good morning.
Morning, David. Welcome in. And because he does it every Sunday, and he's got a good group of people up on the channel, on the panel and stuff. Awesome group of people in the chat. And we cut up, have fun, laugh.
Yeah, I never know what we're going to talk
That's
about.
good shows.
But I have talked to a couple people about coming up live with me as a guest, and but sometime after CatCon will I do that, because most of them are pretty tied up right now.
Camera was off.
But little by little, need to get me a backdrop, but
You got one right there. Everybody enjoys and enjoys
my
seeing
mess.
back here, seeing the stuff you got in the shop, because everybody's trying to figure out what it is back here you got on the tables and everything. I mean, you have some that say that looks like a fake background drop, but it ain't fake to me, because every time I see it, there's something's been moved.
Well, weather warms up where I get the car out of here so I can start getting stuff cleaned up. But back there's my bandsaw, and back there is my wood lathe, and can't see in the corners my dust collection. And up front here is a table that I just keep piling stuff on.
Oh, I seen that one day. It was all cleaned up in there. Next
Yeah.
day, got on there was stuff everywhere.
Yeah, it seems like every time I clean out a spot, my wife decides, oh, I can put this stuff here now. But that's my fish cleaning table and all my fishing stuff scattered out there. I started to sort it all out and never got back to it.
Hey, fishing with JBT and Serena's Keeping It Real just went live.
Yeah.
They're awesome, man. I watched them yesterday, and I appreciate that BKM. Yeah, that's the main priority is to get that thing working because you use that a lot. Any fan said, I'm back, still employed. Hey, awesome. Yeah, I watched them yesterday, and they didn't catch nothing, but boy, the winds were blowing. Like yesterday, it's weird because yesterday the winds were about 50 mile an hour coming down through here, between 40 and 50 easy. And
Yeah, I thought they were fishing up here.
it's warm out there. It rained last night. It's warm out there. Not an ounce of wind right now. And I would have went fishing, but man, it's muddy where I need to go fishing at. And I thought I'm not tracking through that mud.
Yeah, we put my rod holders in. I put them in way low to the ground because of the wind, and
Yeah.
so the tips are only a few feet off the water. Otherwise, that line gets a big loop in it, and then you can't tell when you get a bite. But
Yeah.
if I watch the line, I can see it start tightening up.
Well, see, it's like I said earlier. I said when I went fishing the other day, I thought, well, you know what? I'm not going to take no bait. I'm just going to take me, my tackle, and go over there. And I took cast net. I took a chance, and I caught some bait. And that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to catch some fresh bait, throw some fresh bait. And I was going to shoot a video of me throwing a net, trying to catch some bait, and just break it off down to there like that. But the winds was blowing. I'm afraid it'd blow my phone over on them rocks and bust my phone. I thought, I better not do that. So,
Yeah.
but I caught quite a few shad, and man, I caught a big old gizzard shad. Nice one.
Mhm.
I got him vacuum sealed in the deep freeze that I'll use when the water's warm up a little more. Because it seems like the gizzard shad does a lot better when that water's warmer. And
You would think it'd make it softer.
yeah, and I don't like the small gizzard shads. I like the big one because there's more blood in the big ones. You cut just the tail fin off and come up about an inch and cut that section off. And actually, what I do is I cut the tail fin off, throw it away, and I'll let it sit there, and blood starts filling up down in that tail. And then I'll cut it off, and it'll be all blood dripping. I put it on and then throw it out there. Then I turn the fish up to its head in my cooler where the blood runs back down a little bit. And when I go get it, there's still plenty of blood up in that meat. And I thought, well, yeah. But I have better results with that when the water's warmer. So.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
It's like in my deep freeze, I used to take and vacuum seal all, well, I still vacuum seal all my skipjack, but I laid them down flat.
Mm-hmm.
I don't do that no more. I'll put them in one way in the bag, and then I'll turn them up where their backs are down, and I'll stack them up in there like that.
Huh.
So while they're freezing, all the blood runs down into the meaty part.
Mm-hmm. I like vacuum sealing, but however, it seems like you stack them in the freezer, and I got an upright. Every time I open the door, they all slide out. I mashed my feet a couple of times with stuff I vacuum sealed and opened up the door, and it came out and right on my toe.
Yeah. There's Leon. Yeah, I used to have a upright deep freeze, and I'd stack in things. I took all the shelves out of it, stacked it from bottom to the top, and you go to open that, man, it's like an avalanche. You're trying to run away because you know that things are frozen and they're hard. And then you have to go back and pick them all up, stack them back in there, crisscross them, make sure they're back up in there. And so when that the bottom kind of deteriorated on it, but it was still running good, I got rid of it, and I bought a big old giant chest type. So John said there is shad here on the West Coast, but I think they're different. They run up rivers out of the Pacific. Wow.
Yeah, I'm not sure what kind of shad those are out there.
We got gizzard shads, and then we had the yellow threadfin shad.
Well, they stocked gizzard shad in the river up here for food source.
Yeah.
But
And like right now, you can put a big yellow threadfin shad on there, and you'll get a bites, but you won't get nothing. But you put one on there that's probably no bigger than your pinky. I mean, just like that.
Mhm.
And man, them blues are wow, they just pound. But you put a bigger one on there, and that's as long as your middle finger, you can't hardly get a bite on it for some reason.
yeah, I got a bunch of gizzard shad last year and through the whole year and never got a bite on it. It was always either crawlers or suckers, white suckers.
He said those use whole ones for sturgeon bait. They use whole ones for sturgeon bait.
Yeah, we legally can't catch sturgeon here, but you can't. Last year, towards the end of the year,
Well, they
I
have it
was
like sturgeon.
and every time I went catfishing.
I think there's only a certain time you catch sturgeon here. I have to look it up to verify that.
Yeah, here they're still on the endangered species list. So
Oh, I imagine. I mean, they might not be able to keep them at all here. I don't know because I don't fish for them here. But last year I was fishing. There was a lady fishing next to me, and she caught a sturgeon. I was like, wow. And she was going to keep it. And I told her, I said, I don't think you can keep him. You better look that up. And then I told her, I said, she was going to look it up. And I said, now, don't take too long because you don't want that sturgeon. It's not like a catfish, you don't want that out of the water very long.
here, when you get them to arm's length, you're supposed to reach down and cut the line. And it only takes 4 or 5 days for that hook to dissolve and fall out. But if you pull them up the boat and take a photo off,
It's a wild.
you can get fined.
So, hey, Chasing Tail.
Good morning, Chasing Tail.
Yeah, in freshwater, it takes longer than that before the hook dissolve out of there. And then if you use a stainless steel one, that thing will never lie out of there.
We got some good population of sturgeon. Last year at the hatchery, we never spawned any sturgeon out. So I'm thinking they're going to monitor for a couple of years. And I'm thinking they're going to come off the endangered species list. But they won't tell me because they got trackers on, so they know when they go out and put their nets down to catch them, they know right where they are.
Yeah.
They don't seem to want to give that information out to me. But I found a couple spots. I caught more sturgeon at them than I did catfish, which really surprised me. It's always funny when I was on the West Coast and catching a white sturgeon.
Yeah.
You know, you watch your pole and all of a sudden you just see your tip just doing this. And that's it. And you grab that pole and set the hook and you don't know if you got a 18-incher or 18-pounder on there. But they're just such light biters. They just suck on it.
Yep.
But if it's up off the bottom a ways, then they'll hit it harder.
Well, I'll go up there to Dam, Kentucky, and fish a lot. I've caught 2 sturgeons up there. I caught one that was a little 2 foot, one that was over about 3.5 foot. And first ones I've ever caught. And I got the hook out and I took a picture of them, which I can't find the pictures now. They're somewhere. Then I released them right back in the water and they took off. So, but you don't see nobody sturgeon fishing up there. They're mostly trying to snag paddlefish when it's time to snag them.
Yeah, the sturgeon are pretty mellow fish. You know, I'd reach in the tanks and rub on them, and when they see me walk along the tanks, they'd actually come and stick their nose up out of the water and let me pet them like a dog, and like a dog jumping up on you and you pet them, then they go and swim off. But other fish bump on them and lay on them, and they're just mellow. It's like, oh, well. But when they feed, they actually get up way up off the bottom when we put in we fed them with rainbow trout. And they'd get up and they would just stalk them like you would think a whale. And then they'd turn on their side and open that mouth and suck them in.
Wow.
But they wouldn't feed on the bottom. They lay on the bottom, but if there was a chunk of fish floated down there, they'd eat it, but they don't go along the bottom looking for food.
Now,
They're actually looking up like a catfish.
I've got some jigs. Hey, Fresno, good morning. I've got some jigs that's special made for catching sturgeon.
Yeah.
They're in the building. I mean, I don't use them. I'm gonna melt the heads down. I think I've sent some out to some of the sturgeon guys, but I've got some more out there, and but I'm gonna melt the head down off the leads off of it. But I don't ever use them. I mean, they're just a jig, but they've got a big old lead head on with a good sized hook.
Good morning, Fresno. Fancy seeing you again. Yeah, I miss being on the West Coast and catching sturgeon. I think that's one of the best eating fish I've ever eaten.
Yeah, that's true, John. You can't, they got a head like a rock, and their body's like armor plated. That's why they call them the prehistoric dinosaur.
I was fishing for catfish last year, and something came up to the surface of the water and splashed. And I was rigging up my pole, and then it came up and splashed again. It was a big fish. And I looked at my other pole, and here the line went down underneath the pontoon. I said, I wonder if he's on there. Started to reel it in, and sure enough, so I had to get around the motor and everything. But I thought it was a big catfish. It was probably 36 inches. But as soon as I snugged up on that line, it popped. And I looked at it. It wasn't the knot. And for a long time, I just had in my mind it was a catfish. And then one day I'll sit and think about it. I said, hell, that was a big sturgeon. And what he was doing when he came up was rolling in my line. So as soon as I snugged it up,
Yeah.
It cut my line off.
I know, it's like the first one I ever caught. I went to pick it up. I pulled my hands back. I said, man, that's about like trying to grab an armadillo or something. It's got rough and gritty.
Mm.
It's like armor plating. I thought, ooh, why do they call these things the prehistoric dinosaur?
Yeah, the scoots are sharp, especially the little ones. They're just like little razor blades.
Yeah. And like I said, the only two I've ever caught in my life before. It was about 2 foot, and it was a pretty little fish. And then I caught one at 3.5. Now that never put up a fight. And I thought, I watched Snake River Catfish Slayer, and he catches them 300 plus pound sturgeons. And I'm thinking, man, it can only imagine one that size the fight it put up.
I told my son that if I make it out to the West Coast to visit, that I want to set up a trip and go out and go sturgeon fishing again. But
Yeah.
There's some pretty good places from shore too.
Yeah, well,
I
see,
got the heavier equipment now to do it.
I caught my sturgeon while I was skipjack fishing. I had 7 jigs on there, and it came by, and whenever I was jerking on it, I let it fall. Then the line took off, and when I got them up, the hook was in the mouth, like they go for that grab. And so both times I put both of them in the mouth, so I was able to get my little hook out of there, and I turned them back loose.
Yeah, they're a predator fish like a catfish. People say, oh, they're bottom feeders. And I used to tell them they're not bottom feeders. They're opportunists. If there's something to eat laying on the bottom, they'll eat it. But if not, they'll go find it.
They take a live bait and put on there and drop it down, and for sturgeon, and catch sturgeon with it. John said, yep, the big ones will jump to. The half-footer jump when I hooked it. They come top of it.
Look at how much my puppy's growing, Rusty.
Yeah. Gonna be as big as you. Keeps on.
She's getting there, and she loves me all the time. Most of the time. Sometimes she tries to eat me alive. But here, look at Rusty and say, "Hi, Rusty." Uh,
He's careless.
I don't know. I think she just woke up. She probably wants to go outside now. For some reason, when she gets wild, the wife lets her out of the house and out in the garage with me.
Yeah.
I figure it's my dog. I should have to deal with it.
Yeah, Fresno is awake, up running around today.
Okay.
Come here, man. Give me some more coffee.
There you go. Oh, I guess I got the helm then.
Oh,
All
yeah.
right. We can give Rusty a hard time until he gets back. He won't even know it. I hate this time of year. Talk about fishing and talk about fishing, and I look outside and it's snowing and blowing and cold enough to freeze the balls off a pool table. And
Oh,
I wish I could fit my boat in the garage so I could work on it all winter. But
I wished I had a shop out here. I could put a boat in. I'd do the same thing. I'd be working on that boat, getting it ready. And the first pretty decent days, take it out.
that's what I like about that two-stroke Avenue route I had put on mine. Was when I put it on the trailer, I hit the button and I can winterize it right there while I'm loading it.
Yeah.
It tells you, okay, put the RPMs here, the RPMs there. And what it does is at the end, it just fogs the engine with oil.
Yeah.
So it used to be I'd pay to have it winterized. And then if it got a warm day, it was like, I don't want to have to pay to get it winterized again. But when it gets 30 below like today, it's needs to be pretty good winterized. Or
Yeah. Well, I know next month, March, I've got to tag my old fishing van. I got to redo the tags on it. Then I'm going to buy the boat trailer tags and right after that. So, but
thanks for reminding me. I got a notice a few weeks ago that I need to get new tags for mine.
yeah. Then I got my 12 by 12 building out there. I got to fix the roof on it. Got one part, the overhang part of it's kind of rotted, and I got to replace it and clean it all out, get everything outside, get it all put back in there like I want to. Then I'm going to add on to that part and fix it where I can at least put a boat, my riding mower in, and have a table and stuff, and big enough to put all that in where I can go out there and work in it and put some heat and air in it.
Yeah, I have a storage unit where I keep mine, but that's where that little diesel heater would come in handy during the winter. It'd be enough to heat up the area where I'm working, but the electrical in there is enough to plug into batteries, but they got some pretty small breakers so that you don't plug in a whole lot.
Yeah.
I don't even know if a small heater would kick it out or not. But yeah, like the little ladies' room.
Trolling motor batteries for your boat, some of them real expensive.
Yeah, that's what you're talking about, getting a bigger trolling motor. A lot of them are 36 volts. So you need 3 batteries.
Yeah.
And I just glanced at them at Shields, the lithium batteries.
Yeah.
$600-700 for. I thought, boy, I hope mine don't go bad. And
I think it's either 85 or 100 pound thrust. It's a 24 volt, and it's got some lock on it, but I mean, 85 might hold it where I need it at.
Yeah.
If you run that spot lock for any amount of length of time, you'll run your batteries down.
Well, it depends on current and everything. Some of these guys run most of the day using spot lock, and
Yeah, Trophy Cigar Outdoors, Daryl, he runs his a lot.
yeah, I think it takes a lot less juice to run spot lock than it does to actually move along with it. Like if you're bumping or something.
Yeah, with him, we float down the river sideways, and every time the boat tried to turn, the front of the boat tried to turn, or the back tried to turn, spot lock would kick in, keep it
Yeah.
sideways on that. And I thought that was pretty neat.
Yeah, I haven't used my spot lock that much. Last fall, towards the end, I started to use it because I would pull up to where I want to anchor, but by the time I got my anchor out, I'd be off my spot. So I started using it to hold me while I put my anchor down. That way I could be a little more accurate on where I'm putting it.
Yeah. Well, you've seen these cars. The car itself might be worth $300, but they'll put these $10,000 rims, tires on there.
Yeah.
Well, that's the way my boat's going to be. It's going to be a $35 boat, and on top it's going to be about $6,000 worth of stuff.
You know, back in the 70s, Bass Pro Shops used to sell this little picture, and it was a guy in about a 14-foot boat, and you look, he had every gadget and everything hanging off it. And I had that hanging up for years and years, and I think I lost track of it when I moved in here to Bismarck. So
Yeah.
I had it for a long time, probably 30 years. And I'd look at it and just laugh because back then it was, I wish that was me. And now I look at it and yeah, that's about right with the way people fish with all their 10, 15 poles out. I can't keep up with that many. I'm going to go run to the door and let the dog out.
All right, buddy. Yeah, so if y'all got any topics y'all want to talk about on Topic Tuesdays, just let me know or just put it in the comments over the chat section there. Let's leave comments there. And Fresno, and no, we're not talking about that. You know, tell them what he'll come up with. We'll I'll do some research on it, and then we'll do some topics on it, talk about it. Like one of the things I like to have is battery types and stuff like that. Recommendations of good batteries that more affordable working man can afford. President said, "Hey, it's a topic." Well, yeah, it's a topic, but they don't tell what you'll come up with. It'd be interesting, though. And one topic could be, why is Rusty still drinking out of a Christmas coffee cup? But it's there. Hey, Emily, little Miss Emily, little princess. Long time no see. You've been gone for a while. How you been? You feeling any better?
Good morning, Emily.
Well, I thought you went to the door and let the dog out.
I did. I'm watching for her. She won't stay out long.
Brought a coat.
Yeah, she's back already. I leave the door cracked. She pops it open when she wants to come in.
I'll be out there thinking, man, I'm fixing to make me some yellow popsicles.
Yeah, it's cold out there, isn't it? Okay.
Emily, I hope you're feeling better. Oh, Fresno said, or why is John Angler of the Year when clearly I'm a better fisherman? You need to take that up with him, buddy. A picture of the magazine cover. You have to take that up with him. Is that what it was when you went down there with him? You was showing him how to catch them? He's telling everybody he was teaching you.
Has anybody ever tried those African night crawlers?
Mark said, one can afford is getting much smaller. Yeah, I hear that. I tried what?
African night crawlers.
Oh, I've never even seen one.
They're supposed to be a lot bigger than a Canadian,
Huh.
and
A lot of people go here. We got what they call gumbo worms. They get real long. Some of them big as your pinky, and they got a real white pus that comes out of them. It's potent, and they can only be found down in the gumbo. And there's a couple places here you can dig them up. And you know them blue catfish love them things, man.
yeah, I put 4 or 5 night crawlers on my hooks, but these African night crawlers are supposed to be bigger.
Yeah, I showed him a few things in a few spots. Well, see, he's going around telling everybody he was teaching you, showing you. I knew something was fishy going on with that. We said his name now, he'll probably show up. I know he's home. No, I've never seen. I'm gonna have to look it up. African night crawlers.
Now, like the European night crawlers, they're small, but I like them for panfish because they're so hardy. A lot of people mix them up with a red wiggler, but they'll get a lot fatter than a red wiggler will.
Could you even get them, or they'll be legal to even be brought over here to sell? I mean,
Oh, there's people that sell them online, like Josh's Worm Farm and places like that. They just ship them to you.
huh?
They get.
No.
I'm going to try some this year, but the European ones, I put them in a tote and feed them real good. And I use cornmeal and oyster shells and something else and grind it all up. And boy, they clean that up and they get, but you put them in the palm of your hand and they'll actually curl up and flip right out of your hand. And you can put them in a brown paper bag on a hot day and throw them in the boat, and all it does is make them more lively.
Huh. I know you could take shredded newspaper, not the ones with the waxy content on it with pictures, stuff like that, advertisements, just the newspaper itself, black and white, shredded newspaper. Shred it up and put it in your worm bed, and they'll eat that up.
Well, good luck, Brandon. Keep us informed what you're going to catch.
I got lines in the water. I'll try to go live.
I'm jealous. If I threw my line out in the water, it wouldn't sink no matter how much weight I put on it.
Hey, Sisang Busker, how you doing?
Good morning, Sisang.
Good afternoon, good evening. Still kind of morning here, mid-morning, brunch time. Yeah, Brandon, you try to go live? If you go live and you can go to live stream, we'll all come over and each of my property must be worm rich. I get hundreds of robins each spring and fall, stopped by their migration. Hey, that reminds me too, it's in the springtime here and in the summertime when we get a good hard pounding rain, me and my friends, we'll walk right out the yard and we'll walk to the back of the fence, and as we're coming back, night crawlers will come out of the ground, and we start picking them up, big, long night crawlers. Only bad thing of it is that when you touch them with your raw hands, you got to have the surgical gloves that's clean of oils and powders and put them in a container, because if you touch them with your raw hands, in about 3 hours, they're dead.
Yeah, it's those European crawlers. I put them in that tote, and I've had them for a couple of years already. I need to change dirt because I think the whole thing's all castings now.
Yeah.
But it's funny because I'd go in there and there'd be ones maybe an inch long, and because all the castings were hatching. So they just replenished themselves the whole time.
Yeah, see, I had an old bathtub inside the building out here, my lean-to inside, to get air circulation and stay shaded. and I fixed it up. Uh, I ordered worm bed soil and put in there, and put some shredded newspapers in there and some cornmeal, and then mixed it all up, and then I put 5 worms stuff, and one day it come a good rain. It's a bigger worm to put in there, so they start pretty decent. Rain, I took my rock, stuck them in the ground, and cut stitch cord, and hooked it to it, plugged it in. I walked in there, standing there, and I bet I picked up 5 worms.
That dog is noisy with her toy.
Something discovered it, was digging holes in it, eat all the worms out of it.
Yeah, the reason I was wondering about the African night crawlers, if the night crawlers here, you have to keep them in a cooler or halfway through the day, they're all dead.
Yeah, mushy, yeah.
And if they're like the European ones where, they're not temperature sensitive, I think that'll be a go-to thing for bait.
Dang. In Oregon, it's only 8:44. It's 10:47 here.
Yeah, Fresno. I'm chewing on dog's play toy and irritating her.
Yeah, whenever you buy the Canadians, you got to keep them in a cooler or keep them in a shake. And usually, if I'm just fishing with worms that day, I'll keep a little ice pack in there, and I'll keep them in that. I'll put a couple sodas in there or some water or something. Just keep the worms in over them. But I'll have to look that up. African night crawler. Write that down. I'll get it. African. I guess you spell that right like that. Night crawlers. I wonder if they got legs or teeth. You ever seen them bloodworms? You ever use them?
I did when I was up in Maine a little bit, and when I was in Maryland.
Well, I watched the series where the guys are digging in and getting paid so many cents per bloodworms and stuff. And them things have got like legs, little legs all down the side of their body, and they're kind of flattish. But they said they sell them things all over the place to catfish people, and they said catfishes love them.
They bite like hell too. They got like a beak on them, and they'll draw blood.
Wow, I guess I won't mess with them. Anyfin said we raised bloodworms for a while. I heard the catfish love them things. I see them guys out there. They're taking that big old rake, hitting that mud, rolling it over, pulling them out. Big long ones, man, and they'll put them in the containers and stuff. Just shoot, I was getting like $1 each for a bit during the shorts. I watched them guys on TV show. They'll count them bloodworms out, man, and they'll walk out there with a pretty good check. And I'm like, wow. Hey, Big Brother Matt, good morning.
Good morning, Big Matt.
Brandon said, African night crawlers prefer warmer weather and do not do well below 50 degrees. Huh. I guess if you take it, you better put them by heat.
That sounds like it'd work out pretty good. My
Or
wife doesn't like it. I always have night crawlers in the refrigerator.
them are snakes, Anyfin.
One time the lid got loose and she had night crawlers all over the refrigerator. She wasn't a happy camper.
Oh, I imagine not.
But Menards had little refrigerators on sale for $130. I thought maybe I should get one and keep it out here in the garage just for my bait.
Yeah. I put some wax worms we kept in the refrigerator. And I had one at the shop in our bait tackle store over there. And we put our stoves in and everything, and lunch meat, stuff like that. I come in one day and she was washing all the sodas, putting them back in there, washing the refrigerator and everything. She's throwing all lunch meat away. I said, "What are you doing?" She goes, "Oh, we got maggots in here for it." I said, "That ain't maggots, that's whack worms, and one of them dumped out."
She's like my wife. She'd have to wash everything in there. And so, Big Matt, what have you been up to? You got your chains for your shoes welded up yet?
Yeah, if you do that, we'd love to see that.
Yeah, I got a pair of insulated boots, and I put chains on them, and they've been on there ever since. Whenever I go out and it's icy, I put those boots on with those chains, and I never slip. They kind of got little V wedges on the bottom, so they dig in and
If Big Matt's got any kind of anything to do with change, he's gonna melt it down and make it out of it. So,
yeah, Big Matt, he'd have to have. He could use just the tire chains. Not a whole lot to them with strap around them, and then you can buy that real small chain at the hardware store, and that's enough to where that would dig in and keep you from slipping anyhow.
yeah, you take somebody that lives out in Texas stuff, make that little butter float. It's on. Sure they keep on that float in here in the south. When we get snow and stuff, we're out there. We're just our regular tires getting sideways. Go check this out.
Yeah. 3 or 4 of those little 6-inch bungee cords to hold them on. Oh,
Good playing. Oh, Don's teasing.
she's playing.
Don's teasing her.
Oh, she's full of it this morning. She wants to play. She loves to play fetch already, but if she brings it back and she doesn't put it in my hand, I don't play. But I'm working on her to release it when she brings it back. Good morning, Bob.
Hey, Bruno Bob, the old mule, what's going on, buddy? How's the family doing?
How are you doing, Bob?
Letters.
Puppy's doing good, Matt.
Getting big as a oxen, fixing to look the size of a Clydesdale.
Yeah.
Pretty soon I'll be putting the saddle on the rider. They're going to
Yeah, she's growing. She'll get about knee high is all. Just big enough to jump in and out of the truck so I don't have to lift her. But she'll jump out now, but I don't let her because she's too small to be jumping that high. But boy, is she turns into a devil dog when she wants to play.
Yeah. Okay, kid. Have a good lunch. Be safe out there. Have a good day. Thanks for coming in, buddy. You too. Have a good day. Thanks for coming in. Be safe out there. Yeah, we Bruntic, we're doing okay. Thanks for asking. Well, that's good. That's good, buddy.
I think this is the last time I'm going to be able to go through this puppy stage. I'm getting too old for it. But with the cold weather and the snow, just no way to get her out and walk her to run some of that energy off. So it's
treadmill. What's that energy?
People are always asking me, well, what breed is she? I just tell her she's not a doodle.
Hey, be right back. Somebody's up the door.
She stopped for a minute trying to think, what next can I tear apart? But she's going to make a good dog. Smart as a whip. Every week I teach her a couple new tricks, and not tricks, but the sit and lay down and everything took me about 2 days, and she had that down pat. Going outside took a little longer, but a lot of that was because of the weather here. But her teeth aren't quite as sharp anymore, so and I've been keeping her paws trimmed, and I took her to the groomer last Monday, and she was just one big fur ball. Now she's starting to look a little more like a dog. But I was watching, and she stood there while she got her bath and didn't fuss much about the haircut. But she likes being scratched. The humidity's low up here, so I think her skin gets a little itchy. Other than that, I think she'd be a good hunting dog. I throw her toys where she can't see them, and boy, she puts that nose to the ground and takes off, and she usually ends up finding them. Or I'll take a treat and throw it somewhere and tell her to go find it. Occupies her time for a few minutes. Oh, I missed that. Any pin's gone. Brandon, so do the African crawlers, are they good for yeah, Bob. I wish I was. Are the African crawlers, do you have to keep them in the refrigerator, or will they keep all right just being out when you go fishing? I hate toting a little cooler along just to keep my worms from dying. I think it's called Uncle Josh's Worm Farm or something like that I bought some from. Yeah, when they get here, they're pretty dehydrated and stuff, but put them in a tote with some peat moss and mix up some food for them, and it just takes a few days and they're already plumping up again. But when I first got them, my first order, it was like, wow, these ain't at all what I thought I was getting. You're muted, Rusty. Oh, you got no sound, huh? See, he gave me control. I muted him. We'll take care of him. All right. I'll let you go off. It's real garbled now, but there is some sound there. Oh, wow. I get the whole screen to myself. So what's everybody else been up to?
What about now?
Good.
I'm sitting here just talking to you, and I'm like, you're still talking. I'm like, what if they hear me? You talking about the bloodworm? I was like, when I read in the chat, they said that Brandon said that anything above 50, say 55 degrees, they're good.
Mm-hmm.
You don't need a cooler; just throw them in a box and go.
Yeah, that's nice, because as it warms up, if they're like the European ones, they just get a lot livelier. You put them on a hook, and then things are always moving. Where the night crawlers, you throw them out there, and 15 minutes, they're just a blob. There's
Yeah.
not much movement on them at all.
Yeah.
I take the European ones ice fishing, and I'd be watching down the hole, and those things are just wiggling, wiggling, wiggling for probably an hour.
Really.
Where the night crawlers just pretty much once you get them in the water for a few minutes, they're just kind of a blob. If you're jigging them, you get action on them, but with the other ones, you don't really need that much.
Yeah. Well, there's some places, Brad, I'll take a wad up, a bunch of night crawlers, leave some hanging off, move and throw them out there, and I catch some good sized channel casts on them. And there's some places that I had to take and actually thread it on the hook where nothing's hanging off, because if you do, it's going to stick a worm. He said if you put them in the refrigerator, expect them to die.
Well, that's good because I hate doing that, so I'm going to have to check into it. Before, I always thought they were too big for what I was fishing for, but now since I started using 6 and 8 ounce hooks,
The way to keep them warm is just order you some, and when you go to bed, put them in the bed with you. Cover them up.
yeah,
Be sleeping by yourself, be
in the spring, I usually throw my worm box in the back of the truck, and so when I need some, I just go dig them right there. It's probably 18 inches by 2 feet, something like that. Good morning, Alvin.
Good morning, Alvin. How's your day going so far, Alvin?
Rusty, I'm going to run and get a cup of coffee.
All right, buddy. I like his chair. His chair looks comfy. Got me a new chair. Don't look nothing like that game chair he's got, though. It's going good. Thanks for asking. That's awesome. I'm glad you have a good day. I'm glad everybody's going to have a good day. I hope you do. We're just talking about all different types of topics today. But I looked outside a while ago. I need to weed eat my yard, man, and mow it. This warm weather's really made that grass grow. So what's let's see. Thursday, a lot of y'all's working today. Y'all have any plans for this weekend? Y'all going fishing? Brandon, you going live while you're out there fishing, or you just can't get good signal go live? Today's the best day this week to go fishing, but and I got too much stuff I got to do. Probably see what the weather's going to be like tomorrow. Might go and throw some cast net out, catch some more bait, and see if I can't get the Dink Hole Monster out of there. Mark said, mine's too warm, weather and rain. Wet right here last night. Ground's pretty wet. I hate to get my mower out, start mowing on that because it might leave tracks down through there, but I'll probably get my weed eater out, weed eat around. I'm definitely going out there, clean up under my little carport thing here where my deep freeze is at, get it ready to see if I need to clean the inside of it out or whatever I got to do, and getting ready to get it plugged up where it'll be freezing and get ready to put some skipjack in. It depends on tomorrow morning. If it's pretty decent, I'll go out and see if I can catch some bait. But I'm gonna be real. Yeah, hold on a second. I'll be right back. What's going on? Happy. Okay, I'm back. Let me get this skipper. Yeah, when I go to throw casting net out, I'm gonna be picky on shad. I'm gonna try to keep some about that long. Because when the Mississippi River the main river gets right, where there's some trash flowing down through there, I'm gonna go throw some big shad out on some 10-aught hooks and see what I can pull up out of there. Probably pull out there, lose my sinkers and all that other stuff. And Connor said, "Hey, Mark." But I'm gonna go bait hunt tomorrow, I think. I'm hoping this year Kentucky's got a good high water level coming out of that dam up there, because that way make the skipjack hit a lot harder and a lot better. Got to buy me a new tripod too. I just seen that one back in the background of Uncle Don's there. I was sitting there and I went to sit down on my chair and I didn't realize that I moved my tripod over closer to where I could see that the poles are in the picture good enough. And I stepped on one of the legs and broke it. I got to get me a new tripod too. Then you get from Walmart that extend up pretty tall. They're all right, but they're so light made that a slight wind blows them over. Brandon said he was fishing. You getting any bites, Brandon? Casters, fishing wells. What's going on? Rustic, what's up, fish head? Spit up two casters. A good channel there to watch. Today, I'm mostly doing nothing. Welcome back, Uncle Don. Welcome back.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Now that you're back, I can go get me a cup of coffee.
Casters, good morning.
I'm doing good. I get out here a little bit, clean up under my driveway here. I got my cooler and my bench put up against the deep freeze. My stitch cord on the other side of the bench. Got to get that cleaned up, put up. Start getting things ready for the skipjack season. Got to weed eat my yard because my grass is getting tall. Wished I could mow, but I think the ground's going to be too wet.
I'd love to stand elbow to elbow to you catching skipjacks and show you how it's done. Never did it before.
Old John Order's going to try to come down in April. I'm going to let him know when they're hitting real good. He's going to try to come down and try to take away the title of the skipjack king. I told him he's going to have to deal with these guns.
John Euler?
Yeah.
Well, I'll be in Rochester, Minnesota in April.
Yeah, Mark said a lot of great channels, not a lot of time to view them. Yeah, it's hard to view everybody. It takes time, and I hate it. You know, when somebody asks, "Have you seen my so yet?" No, I ain't got to it yet, buddy. I mean, I wished I could, but I'm trying to catch up with everybody and watch a lot of videos and stuff, and try to get some lives in to watch. And but eventually, I do get around to it. But it just makes me feel bad whenever Somebody said, have you seen? No, I haven't seen it yet, but I heard about it and I'm gonna go look. Oh, there's Emily. Oh, there's Emily. She's throwing out some little hearts there. Where's my hearts, Emily? I called you princess when you came in earlier.
Yeah, there's a lot of videos out there to watch. Right now, I got a lot of time, and I still don't get through them all.
Oh yeah, yeah. And there's a lot of great videos out there, man. I don't go back and watch the live YouTube streamers videos that they posted, but I do try to catch some of their lives. I don't comment a lot of them because I'm sitting there watching. And some of them I comment on and I say hi to everybody, or I try to say hi to everybody, but I always try to go back and watch the content creator stuff because those guys going out, doing what they love to do. They come back and making all these nice videos and put them out there. And very few lives I'll go back and rewatch their live, and because it's interesting to see where they're fishing and how they're doing it.
Yeah, I wish I was better at doing editing. But
You got to play with it. You just got to experiment with it. It's like I told Sis Rose. I said, use this Canva. Showed her how to use it, and I said, before you post anything, if you don't think it's good enough, just send it to me in the Facebook Messenger and let me view it and and see your progress. And that way you can play with it and get it downloaded, figure out how to download it, and you can send it to me. That way you know what you're doing. And
that's frustrating for me because 20 years ago, I had a laser engraver. So I was really into graphics and all that stuff. And
yeah,
I could breeze right through it. I had Corel Draw and all that.
And somebody, Brandon, are you live now? Are you going to go live? As you are, we'll shut this down. We'll go over there and raise your channel. It's been a while since I've seen Brandon fish. It'd be pretty exciting. Emily won't even speak to me. I don't know what's up with that. I had to put some rocks in her pocket to keep her set still. Hey, there's Lee Evans, Catfish Kentucky Outdoors and Chat, stopping to say hello and to these fine gents. Are you on your way to CatCon or Crappie CatCon? The CCC.
Good morning, Lee. That pup always wants something. She's either hungry, thirsty, wants to go outside, wants to eat your hands or something all the time.
Lee said, heck no, I'm babysitting. Hey, that's even better than being at CatCon when you got that grandbaby.
Yeah, I thought about going and I thought, no, I'm not up to driving that far. And when I retired, I said I was never going to fly again. And it's only got worse. I mean, a lot of times you can drive as fast as you can get there as fast as if you drive or fly. With all the delays and
I go to Arizona, I have to fly up there. It's a 3-hour flight. If I drive, it's 27 hours.
yeah.
That's straight driving all the way through nonstop, except for gas. I use the bathroom, baby.
So what, I about 16, 12, 14, 16 hours from you, something like that?
11, I think.
11? So it's 5 hours to Rochester, so hell, I won't be very far away. 6 hours I can do in a day.
Yeah.
Never know, I might just pop in and tell you to load up, we're going fishing.
Hey, sounds good to me. You never know. I'll go. Might not catch nothing, but I'll go.
Don't have to catch anything. It's just a chance to
Like I tell people, I said,
hang on.
I'm a fisherman. I'm not a catching fisherman. I'm just a fisherman. I'm a skunk king. But I go try my best.
I like being out there. I don't really care for the wind, but if I didn't go fishing in the wind, I wouldn't do much fishing up here.
Caster says, Brandon Outdoors Adventure, you got a few channels, bud. Yeah, somebody drop, please, Brandon's Outdoor Adventures channel. I don't know if he's live or he's getting good enough signal to hear us or not. Every now and then he's typing in the chat.
Yeah, I didn't see where he was live anywhere.
Yeah. I think this weekend I'm going to have my grandson. He wants to come here, hang out. He broke his arm a week ago and didn't tell his mom. He had a big old scab running down his arm right in here. And about right in here. And it's about 4 inches long. He was playing in the last recess before they got on the bus, and he fell off of monkey bars or something. And he had a big pop knot on there. Well, it was 2 days later, my daughter noticed it on his arm. Like, what is that on your arm? Because he kept it hid. And he's like me. He's got extremely high tolerance to pain. And he didn't bother him much. He kept going when he's going, and she kind of noticed he was favoring his arm. And when he done stuff, and she took him to the doctor, and they said it had just a hairline fracture in it. So he didn't break it all the way, just hairline fractures. Randy said, that you see aren't me. I appreciate that, Casters. Just sub to you. He just subbed to you there, Brandon. So he don't have it in a cache like that there. He had the scab and stuff. They cleaned it and everything, put a wrap on it. But he's like me. He's got extremely high tolerance to pain.
Yeah, as I get older, I found I broke a few bones I never knew about. I can't tell you when.
Yeah, one time I broke my finger. Got it caught in the deal and it broke it backwards. And it was just right here. Broke it right there. Well, I caught it in the door of the truck. I had a pair of jersey gloves on, and there was just a little fine slither there on the door from the factory. And I went just like it's here to shut the door. And my glove caught it, pulled my hand into it, and it broke my finger right there. It was pointed up. Buddy Mike said, I pulled that out, did like that there. Look. I said, look at that. He said, what are you going to do about that? And you hear it pop back into place. And man, that thing, it's still swollen right there. It just pumped out on every. It's way bigger than that other one. I'm like,
That's when I broke my clavicle this fall. Doctor x-rayed it, and he said, well, it fell back right in place. So I chose to just leave it go and let it heal itself. He said, well, you might have a bump there. I said, at my age, it really doesn't matter. I'm not trying to impress anybody anymore.
yeah, Bob, I see one where he was picking up worms. That's weird here during the summer. You take a rain, and next thing you know, man, I mean, a hard pounding rain during the summer, and you'll look on the blacktop, and there'll be worms all over that blacktop. You'll see people out there picking them up, that fish.
When I was up the hatchery, I used to go outside early in the morning and put my bird feeders up and sit there and watch the robins come and pull them worms out of the ground. And it's like, how are you finding worms in that hard ground out there? But they would come and get probably a dozen or so every time they came around.
Yeah.
You could tell what stage the chicks were in by watching them.
Huh.
Then when the chicks got out of the nest, they'd come down with the parents and they'd pull a worm out and then they'd run over and feed it to the chick and the chick would just stand there. If he wandered off, boy, they would make a racket.
Wow.
And so it was fun to just sit and observe. They'd come, if I sat still, they'd come within a few feet of me.
I'm still here just repositioning my rods. Brandon, you never said if you can go live or not. I know he said he had, sometimes he gets signal, having signal trouble or something.
He's waiting until the fish start biting. Can't catch any fish if you ain't got your rods in the water.
No, you sure can't.
I just got to teach my wife.
I tell you about deer hunting. Can't kill a deer setting up cast at home.
Yeah. I try to convince my wife you have to have bait on your line too.
She don't want to harm the fish.
She'd just soon throw the line over, no bait on, and say, "Well, I'm fishing," and then sit and read her book, and she doesn't have to be worried about getting interrupted with a stupid fish.
Yeah. I remember one time I took my wife out in a Ranger boat. She said, "I'm gonna lay down at the boat and get tan." Okay. We was trolling around. I had crappie up front. Every time I catch a crappie, I'd pick it up and I'd take it over and dangle it on her belly. She finally quit. She said, "I'm done." Especially when one fell off the hook, landed right on her. Oh, she freaked out. But that's the only fish she likes to do is crappie fish. She don't care for the rest of it.
Paulette's lucky as hell when we go fishing. She always catches a bigger fish than I do.
And she's reading a book and not even trying.
No. And then when she gets a real nice fish and I get excited about we finally got into them, she wants to go home.
Oh, you done got her. She's ready.
By the time I take her back to the dock and dump her off and go back out, the fish are moved. Then I have to go on the hunt to find them again.
Oh, mercy. Well, I'm kind of excited. I'm excited about the boat this year, get out the boat and stuff and going to some new spots. Because I know everybody's getting tired of seeing the same old scenery, so I want to get out like the other boat guys. I want to hit the new spots and get some different scenery happening and see what's in those spots, man. Because I sit on this river and fish, and I've never seen no boats go into these spots. There might be a reason for that, but I'm like, man, there's got to be some blues there because there's plenty of timber back here in the back. There's got to be some flatheads soaking around in there somewhere. And it's good current seam out there in the front, so they've got to have a place where they're hiding out and they go and feed. So when we lived in Colorado in the spring, we would get lots of snow. Robins are meat eaters, not seed. My mother would buy worms and feed them, believing they ate it up. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I watch them. It's always bugs and worms and stuff and never go around the bird feeders.
Yeah, like right now, we don't have no robins here right now, or I haven't seen any in the yard. I seen some snowbirds the other day here back when it was colder, but we're starting to get blue jays are moving in. So I've seen a few blue jays the other morning flying around here in the trees, and but I ain't seen no robins yet, so it ain't warmed up here now.
Once we get robins, it's like, yahoo, we're here. Time to fish.
Yeah. Springtime. Once we start seeing robins here in this part of Missouri, I'm not saying they're not here. I just ain't seen that in the yard yet. Mm-hmm. But when the robins come in real good, you see a bunch of them out in the yard, you know springtime here.
Yeah, Brandon says he can go live.
Yeah, somebody drop Brandon's link, please. Brandon, if you go live and it pops up on my deal that you're live, we'll end this. We'll go over there and watch you fish.
Yeah, if it wouldn't be for watching people fish, I think I'd get pretty bored in the winter. But I bought me one of those sleeves that you got the pockets in it, so I can start tying up my rigs.
Yeah.
And last year I used Ziploc bags, but I put a few of them in each bag, and they just got all tangled up.
Yeah.
So
Mark, where are you at, Mark? Said the robins are passing through there now. They could be on their way here. I mean, it's just February has always been Southeast Missouri's worst month about cold, snow, and ice. And this is the warmest I've ever noticed February in the year since I've lived here.
Well, they're going to put the brakes on there because they're not coming up here. They'd be frozen in midair.
Oh, yeah, South Carolina.
I walked out to get the mail, and I put a big, heavy down coat on and a lined stocking cap and gloves. And that's just to walk out the street to get my mail. When I got back, my face was tingling from the cold.
Yeah, robin flies up there right now. They'd be a robin signal.
South Carolina. You anywhere near Kurt Lake or Gaston? Hey, Shirley T. Fancy seeing you around today. Seems like we follow each other all around during the day.
Do what?
Shirley T's, I said, it seemed like we follow each other around all day long.
Oh, hey, there's Shirley.
Yeah.
Good afternoon, Shirley. Yeah, keep an eye out for Brandon there to see if he goes live. If he goes live, we'll go over and rate his channel. Hey, Brutal Bob said we had 30 robins in the yard last Wednesday. Today we have a half inch of ice everywhere, and the temps is up to 51. Go figure. Wow. Man, I'll tell you what, it's like almost 70 degrees here. And clear skies. I mean, it looks clear out there. A while ago, the sun was shining bright, and it's still shining. We got some clouds, but not thick. No wind, hardly at all.
We almost got up to 40 a couple times since before Christmas.
Yeah. That's an extreme heat wave for y'all.
Yeah, when it was upper 30s, it was like I wouldn't even wear a coat to go to the store and stuff. I said, it's almost shorts and T-shirt weather. But, you know, it feels that way when it's this cold and it warms up.
You ever seen that movie, The Christmas Story, where that mama dresses that little boy up and can't bend his arms down? That would be me if I came up here right now to visit you.
Yeah, that's the way I was as a kid. I'd wear a couple pairs of pants and long johns and 2 pairs of socks and then the bread bags over my socks so that my feet wouldn't get wet.
Yeah.
And then a hooded sweatshirt and a heavy coat and hat and scarf. And
Hey, there's Youper's back. Youper.
But yeah, wear it all just to keep warm.
Yeah. Shirley, Brandon's Outdoor Adventures get hooked up with him. Hopefully he'll be going live and we can go over and watch him bait his channel. He said he was going fishing. Yeah, if I get notifications you're live fishing, we'll go over there. He said, here I go. Gigability. He said, hello, Rusty, Uncle Don. Hey, everybody, Brandon.
Good morning, Gig. And how are you this fine Navy day?
Like I said, somebody drop Brandon's Outdoor Adventures link and let's go over there and rate his channel and watch. He's fishing. We can go over and watch him fish.
Yeah, Rusty, you just want people to go give somebody else a hard time and not you.
If they're giving me a hard time, that means somebody else gets free. I'll make it too easy for people to pick on me.
When my buddy and I used to go fishing, every time he'd get a fish on, I'd take my cigarette and chase him around and try to hit his line with it. I never really tried to, but he thought I would.
He said he tried Uncle John. Uncle John had a shrimp last night too. No fishing. Hey, well, I appreciate everybody coming in. Let's go over to Brandon's Outdoor Adventures. He's going live fishing. Let's run over here and what, a foot of snow. Good God, man. Y'all keep that up here. I'm enjoying this warm weather.
Yep, Brandon just popped up live.
Yeah, I just got it too. So
Well, Rusty, thank you very much for letting me come up.
oh, you're always welcome, Uncle Don. You know that.
Nice to chat with everybody. You take care. Bye.
All right, bye, Don. See you over at Brandon's. Appreciate everybody coming in. Y'all have a great day. Like I said, if you're running around to going to CatCon, it'll be there when you get there. Be safe. Drive carefully. Thanks everybody for coming in. Had a good live. Awesome. Very active. We'll see y'all Topic Tuesday morning. Topic Tuesday. I think it's at 8 a.m. Central Time. It's going to be Crappie Topic Tuesday. So y'all be there. If y'all crappie fish, man, there's going to be a lot of good information passed on there. So y'all have a good day, and I'll see you over at Brandon's Outdoor Adventures. Let's go watch him fish. And hopefully he can catch some. Bye.